here. How's it going?
Well, it's not going that great.
Why do you say that?
Well, so I've been having this problem since I got here, and I think, somebody gave me your name as somebody good to talk to. You might be able to help me out. So when I was in high school, before I came here, I was like the smartest kid in my class. I didn't really have to study very much. I got really good grades, and everybody's very proud of me, my family, and now that I came to college, it hasn't been that easy, and my grades haven't been as good, and I can't just not study anymore, and I'm really struggling to feel good about myself while I'm here.
Can you tell me more about why you feel like you're struggling academically here?
Well, I think it's just the classes, the material's a lot harder here, and I'm not really used to having to study a lot outside of class, so, at first I didn't really study at all, and then, I kind of tried to start studying the past couple of weeks, but it's not really helping me that much, and I'm not sure if I really have, I don't know if it's I'm not smart enough to be here, or if I just don't have, the study skills, to be successful here.
What do you know about our campus resources that could help you with your studying skills?
Not too much. I've heard there's places you can go to get help, but I don't really know where or when, or if I have to pay for it, or if anybody can go. I just don't know much about it, so I'm kind of worried about going to it.
Okay, so are you interested in learning more about those resources?
I think it would help, but there's a part of me that thinks I should be able to do it. I should be able to do it like I used to without it.
What makes you feel like you should be able to do it without taking or getting some kind of assistance?
That's how I always used to do it, and the people in my classes in high school that needed to get extra help were always kind of the kids that needed extra attention in their classes, and I was never one of those students. I'm not sure that I don't feel that I should have to get extra help.
Okay, so is it something that you're not interested in at all then?
I think it would help if I could get maybe some more information, or have somebody go with me, or I just need some help to get there to do it.
What makes you feel like you mentioned that you feel like you need to be the smartest student in class, right? So why do you feel that way?
I guess I have high expectations for myself, and I think I am pretty smart, but I'm starting to wonder. And when I was in high school, I felt good about the grades that I was able to get. My family was really proud of me, and now I'm kind of wondering whether my family's still going to be proud of me if I'm not doing as well here, and are they going to look down on me, and am I doing the right thing? And sometimes I wonder if this is really the right school for me to come to. Maybe I should have gone somewhere else.
How does your family feel about how you've done here academically so far? Have you talked to them about it?
A little bit. They're pretty supportive of it, but I think sometimes they struggle to understand how hard it is. I'm the first one in my family to go to college, so I don't know if they really understand how difficult it is, how different it is from high school.
So you feel like you're struggling academically here, but you realize that you're not utilizing resources on campus. So you're looking for ways to maybe find out if this is the right fit for you and how you could improve yourself academically. Is that what you're saying?
I think that would be good, yeah.
Okay, so should we talk about maybe some of the resources that are available for you? Do you know about them, like mentoring and tutoring and the learning centers on campus?
I've heard of them, but I'm not really sure what they are.
Okay, so that's something that we could definitely get you more information on, and so maybe you could start in that area, and we could get you some mentors and tutors and get you set up there, and you could attend learning centers to get assistance in certain classes. And so then hopefully that would make you feel more comfortable with our school and kind of get you started on feeling like you are up to date and understand all the material you're learning in your class.
Okay. So are there a lot of students that utilize those resources? Because I don't want to, I feel like I shouldn't need to have all the extra help.
Sure, there's a lot of students that do, and I think you have to consider when you come from high school to college that there's just a big adjustment in the curriculum and the materials that you're learning. So there's a large portion of the student population that uses these resources, and it provides them the opportunity to kind of catch up, maybe with the other students in the class who may already kind of have that knowledge or that background from where they came from before.
Okay. So you're pretty confident that that'll help me with my problems?
I think it'll help you, and I think that you could definitely reach out to your family and let them know that there are these resources for you to kind of talk with them about it and see what they think also. And
one thing I also kind of struggle with is that I don't feel like my family really understands, like, the college, what it takes to, like, be successful in college, because no one's ever gone before, so I guess I'm kind of struggling with that, how to, like, communicate with them, and they're very supportive, but I don't think they understand very much.
do you want to talk more about that? Like, do you have some examples of what they're not understanding about it?
Well, just like this example I told you about earlier, so I explained to them that I was the classes are a lot harder, and I was struggling, and, they said, well, you did really well in high school, so, why are you struggling now? It's kind of a hard question to answer, so. It's just harder to do, but I don't think they really understood that, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. I don't know if there's, like, resources around campus that can help with that too, or I'm not really sure.
Well, I think one thing that you could offer to them, I'm not sure, have you heard of, like, the parents and family things, so the parent and family weekend and parents and family orientation? Did you guys go through that together?
Yeah, they came up, but then,
Okay.
It doesn't really just kind of get them acquainted with, like, the campus. I'm not sure if they really learn a whole lot about, like, what it's like to go to class and stuff like that.
Sure. Have you ever considered talking, or do you know about our counseling resources on campus?
No, not really.
Counseling is a good place to consider when you have tough questions or things you're trying to overcome, and maybe if you wanted to speak to a counselor about it, they would be able to give you some good advice on what other students have gone through and how they've dealt with communicating with their families about different situations that are happening for them.
Okay, so again, most people, does that help them, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think it depends on the individual person, but the idea behind the resource is there to help you and to get through whatever obstacle you're having. And in this situation, it sounds like you're struggling academically to kind of get where you think you should be so that you feel like you're being successful, and you want that success so that you can feel that same connection with your parents and that you can feel like they're proud of you and that you're doing well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing I worry about too is, like, so going back to my classes, I haven't done very well to start with, and what if I fail my classes? That'd be awful. I feel like my parents definitely wouldn't understand that. It costs a lot of money to go here, and I don't want to start off on the wrong foot like that and already be behind on my curriculum, so.
Where are you at academically right now?
Most of the classes I'm, like, barely passing right now. I wasn't the first, few weeks, and I've done a little better now, but, I'm not sure if, my professors are really, make an exception for me. I've been trying, but it's hard to keep up all the time. I'm afraid I might have dug myself a little too big of a hole to get out of.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you feel like where you stand right now, you're not sure if you can catch back up to get through your courses for this semester because you feel like you started off behind and you've been behind. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, it sounds like what we could definitely start out by doing is getting you involved with a mentor or tutor. We can get in contact with your professors, and that's something that you'll have to do the outreach for, and you'll have to contact them on your own and see where you stand academically. But knowing that you feel like you need to catch up a little bit and taking the initiative is really, I think, the first step. How do you feel about that?
I think it's probably good. Again, talking to the professors is kind of intimidating. They're all very old and smart. I'm just, there's like 300 kids in my class. Why do they care about just this one?
Have have you spoken to any of your professors, or have they said anything in class about their policies?
I mean, they said that we could go talk to them if we have problems, but it's kind of intimidating.
Sure. Do you have any professors that you feel like you have a connection with that would be easier to talk to?
I mean, my calculus professor seems pretty nice, but not really sure where her office is, and I don't know, so kind of intimidating.
Sure. Did you receive a syllabus at the beginning of the semester?
Yeah.
So in your syllabus, there should be a location for where the office is located. And I would just keep in mind that most of the professors on campus want you to be successful, and they're here to be a resource for you. So it might be a little intimidating at first, but I would just go ahead and try talking to your calculus professor first, for example, and see how they respond to you talking to them, and see where you stand academically. And then once you get a mentor or tutor, we can move from there and kind of see what you can do for this semester. And keep in mind, we can start next semester from the very beginning with a tutor and a mentor and having access to the learning centers, and hopefully that will make your semester start off a little better.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think you gave me some good advice. Maybe, you could send me some information or something on how to get a mentor and, how to utilize some of the resources on campus.
Sure. So after talking to you today, this is what I'll do. I'll give you some information on a mentor and a tutor as a contact. And then I'll give you the information for counseling if you would like to talk with them about some more in-depth ways to have those conversations with your parents, since you are a first-generation college student, and they might have some advice. And they might be able to set you up with another first-generation college student who's been in a similar experience as you. And you can meet with your professors, and then we can meet again maybe next week and talk about steps to take from there. How does that sound?
Sounds good.